water signs and earth signs today. Today is Monday the 9th, so today the 9/9 portal is open and it will remain open for the next 9 days. So it's nines in numerology are endings, whereas in tarot it's the 10. In numerology it's the 9. The 9 is the ending, and it's the ending of cycles. It's the release. It's time for release and to start getting ready for that next chapter. So clearing out all of the old baggage so that you can pack all brand new luggage, however you want to look at it. But yes, today is the 9/9 portal. It opened up at 12 a.m. this morning. Actually, you were starting to see the pre-shadow of it prior to, so there was probably a lot of things that you were starting to already get the intuition that you were going to need to let go of. Or maybe you were already starting to see signs that something was no longer fitting in your life or working out or just didn't feel right anymore. So you might have saw the pre-shadow already prior to now. You maybe even were getting it in tarot readings. I don't know if you watch tarot on multiple channels. I do not anymore. I do like to every once in a while check one out just to see what people are doing out there, how they're keeping it fresh and new. Or sometimes I like to check in on my old favorites and see, have they progressed? Are they, moving forward, and what new things and services are they offering? Not to gauge myself against them, but I just want to. I'm just very curious about people's growth, right? And if they're growing or if they're staying stagnant. But I do have to say that there was a time where I watched a lot of tarot readers, and it was very informative to me. And as a tarot reader, what works for you, but sometimes something that somebody says or does can give you like this aha moment. Like maybe you knew something worked, something was a certain way, but it wasn't until another person said it, and it like sets off that light bulb. So that's my journey with other tarot readers. But again, we were talking about the 9/9 portal. So we are here to do water signs. I believe that's what I put up, you guys. I had a day yesterday. I was like, am I going through some timeline slips or something? Because I'm telling you, I could not get it together. On my first live yesterday, I originally titled it Air Signs. Started out the live talking about air signs, but I had already hashtagged all my fire signs. So I was like, what am I doing? And I'm like, I don't know, because I don't usually make a mistake like that, but it was kind of funny. So neither here nor there. Today we are on top of it. I only have time to do this here water signs, and then I'll be probably about 5 to 10 minutes late for my live on Facebook, but that's okay because I don't have it set as an event. I just have it set for 12 o'clock noon today. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm getting started a little bit later than I wanted to, but I had to wait for my groceries, and life happens. So anyways, without further ado, we're gonna start with our collective reading here at 3:25. 3:25 for our collective. You guys, I am my own moderator these days, so it's easier for me to write down the timestamps as I'm going rather than go back and watch the video later, because I don't get credit for it anyway. So neither here nor there. So we're going to start with your collective oracle reading for all 3 of my water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You guys, oh my gosh, there I go again. I think I was trying to think of 2 thoughts to say at one time, and which one did I want to say first? So it's 4 minutes in, and we are going to start with our collective oracle reading for my water signs. All right, so we're going to start first with 2 cards from the Forest Spirits, and I like these for you. You got the Earth Elemental, Strength. And it says, stay rooted and draw upon the earth's wisdom to navigate the challenges in your life. And so I'm getting 2 things here for you. I'm going to flip this down, you guys. I don't like to be on the camera when I'm reading unless the camera's in front of me. So I'm actually going to turn it down to the table so you can see the cards. I do not have other cameras set up at this time, so this is how we're going to do it, okay? So you have the Strength card, and again, first off, I'm seeing the green of the heart chakra, right? So definitely there's some healing and letting go of stuff that might be keeping a blockage in that heart chakra area. So definitely I would do, if you're into meditation, even praying, like you can pray to Archangel Raphael. He is the angel of the heart chakra, and his color is green, right? And so he is also the healer. So is Earth, right? And so you have the Earth elemental strength. And I believe that, like getting out and grounding and doing some meditation, maybe outside. If it's cold where you're at, bundle up. And if it's not, it's a perfect opportunity to go sit out in the sun. And I wish all of you sunshine, whether it's cold or not. But you do get the strength card there with the Earth Elemental and the color green. I would definitely be thinking Archangel Raphael. And if you're into fairies, call upon the fairies, like I believe in them too. So you also get Peacock Spirit, and I love this. So in some decks, this is also talking about, being too proud, too boastful, too conceited, sort of. But in this one, it's not. And it says beautiful elegance, to shape one's unique spiritual outlook and showcase a colorful future, right? And I love that it's also blues and greens for you, along with your Earth Elemental. You have the Peacock Spirit. So let's go ahead and get your 2 cards from the Wild Mystic. And these I've been reading just because I like to give the card maker's interpretation of the card and then add it in what I feel is my interpretation. And by all means, I mean, if you feel like you're getting a different message from the cards that are given, then by all means that is a message for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your Wild Mystic oracles. I will pull 2 from this deck as well. You have Instinct, the fox. No, I think that's the wolf. Well, we'll find out when we get into the book, okay? So instinct, again, following your instinct on, what is it that you need to allow to be released from your heart chakra, the things that might be blocking or, weighing you down. It might be time to, reevaluate those, use your intuition, which is where your instinct comes from, right? So, let's get your second one. And you have power. I love this. The ram. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I love that. So you also have power here. And why do I feel like that is in and of itself a message for you? So, we all have our own power within, right? Power to decide, power of free will, power to stay stuck and stagnant or to grow, right? The power is within each of us. We harness such amazing power. We just have to learn to come to realize the power that it is that we have and hold within us, right? And a lot of that healing stuff allows us to discover new power, new talents, right? And so I love how these come together. So let's go ahead and read first. I honestly believe this is the wolf with the instinct there. So let's just check it out. I want to make sure. And I turned right to it. It is. How amazing is that? I turned right to it. I love this. Okay, so the card represents instinct and trusting your own animal self. It is a reminder that humans are grounded in the natural world and should respect our senses and gut reactions. I love that because the wolf came up with the Earth Elemental, right? Of strength and instinct. So think of that as I read this page here. The wolf is an integral creature in many North American indigenous cultures. The observation of the wolf as a wanderer made them synonymous with pathfinding and trailblazing. The wolf card may symbolize following your instinct and finding your own path through the wilderness. Okay, and I love that though, but you know how it's connected there with the Earth Elemental. I love that it talked about being an Earth Elemental as well, an earthbound spirit, right? So definitely, if you may even be into wolves. I love that. But if you feel wolf is a spirit animal that you would like to meditate with, I would do an outside meditation in a forest and your mind's eye, what is that wolf trying to show you? And that's actually your instinct, your intuition, right? Speaking to you. So let's go ahead and read the ram. I believe that's ram. And it is, right again. All right, so power. And now this one comes up with the peacock spirit, right? With the beautiful, elegant. So let's go ahead and see what this has to say, because the ram is, a very powerful earth element. It's an earth sign. So let's see. The card represents force and power in ancient Rome. The ram was associated with the god Jupiter. Wow. Oh, I should have done my work on Jupiter today. The chief deity and god of the sky. Thunder, oaths, judgment. While the Celtic belief a ram-headed serpent is associated with Stranos himself, a horned god of nature and power. So you're getting a whole lot of nature spirit here, a whole lot of nature. I definitely feel like I was correct in saying that is something you should be doing, getting out in nature. If it's not the forest for you, if it's not a meadow in the backyard, if you're close to the beach, go to the beach. There's nature everywhere you can look. And if you have the opportunity, I know it's a Monday, drive up to the mountains, go where your heart is going to sing. So let's see. The card is symbolic of power, might, and vigor. If you are using your reading to query about a person, this card may symbolize someone in a position of authority or respect. When dealing with the self, this card may symbolize your own inner power and strong passions. When reading this highly potent and I cannot read that card alongside other cards, it imbues them with extra zeal and influence. So let's remember that as we go into the tarot cards for each of your readings, right? So let's start here with, we're doing water signs, right? So we're on Cancer and we are starting at 12:20. All right, Cancer, let's get your tarot cards. Of course, we're going to see how this ties in with your oracle cards from the collective, from our water signs. All right. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's figure out, I'm going to pull one more here for your advice outcome card. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Swords. Ooh, a flipped card. The Six of Swords and the Six of Cups. So again, I think it was the Power card that talked about if you came to this reading with a question about a person, right? But in tarot, also when you get two sixes, it can also mean a yes. So if it was a person and a question about a person, there was a yes there, or a very high probability of a yes, if that makes any sense. Okay, so let's start here. So you show up first as the Three of Wands, right? This is the energy that you're showing up in. Watching your ships on the horizon coming in, things coming in for you. No longer sitting on the fence and waiting, now you're watching, you're seeing something happening, right? Let's look at your past here, your recent past. You have the Nine of Swords, okay? And the Nine of Swords we know is all in your head. It's all in your head, right? If you feel hurt or burdened by it, it's that mind over matter kind of situation. It's where you've got to get a grasp on your mind and start telling it the positive affirmations, start gaining control of your mind, because you control your mind. Your mind is only a tool. Okay, you do control your mind, and I know it takes a long time in some instances to be able to get to that point. But if you're like me and you finally understand it. You finally understand it. And I remember for many years I was like, there's no way, I'm never gonna get grasp on my mind. I'm just gonna stay wallowing in all this deep hurt and pain and darkness, right? Well, when I finally got control of my mind, then that stuff doesn't affect you in the same way. And so luckily that is in your past. You come out with a more loving energy of the Queen of Cups here. And I just love this Queen of Cups. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Look at all of that. And she is just brimming with love and nurturing, and it's kind of like saying you're starting to see, you're starting to understand, you know, why something should be left in the past, why, you know, how it's no longer serving you, and what would actually serve you much better going forward, right? You come into the King of Wands, right? And this is a little bit about having a little bit of fun. It's joyful, it's passionate. It is, you know, like he's a king of merriment, right? But he's also a king, so he's of authority. So there could be somebody either coming in for you, whether it's not an authority figure, although in the Power card there, it could also, if it does that one related to you, this could be somebody, an authority figure to you, whether, you know, a parent. Some people might think of their spouse as an authority. I would not. I think of him as an equal, or even a boss, you know, a psychiatrist, a teacher, whatever it is, somebody in authority, right? And if you could think of somebody that this card sounds like it relates to, then that is, I feel like either they're in your life already, in your energy, or they will vary. So supporting the reading, you have the Page of Swords, right? A lot of people want to call this the spy guy, spy girl, you know, card of the deck, the detective card of the deck. And if that relates for you, then so be it. Maybe you are doing a little detective work that has gotten you out of that Nine of Swords where you couldn't see why something was going a certain way, and because you did a little bit of digging and work yourself, you were able to figure it out. Or this could just be something about you're in the spotlight, and with this authority figure cards here, you know, you may be up for or being evaluated by somebody in an authority figure who is, you know, looking to promote you or move you in a different direction in something, or, you know, like they're watching you. Somebody could be watching you, or you could also just be a tarot reader like I am, and have multiple different streams of, you know, of your services, right? You did come out here with your final card was the advice. With the advice card here is the Tower, right? This is a beautiful tower, and the Tower just signifies it's not bad. Just like the Death card isn't bad, it's just saying it's time for something to come down and be restructured, for the foundation to be rebuilt much sturdier, and then the rest of the building or the project, something had to come down, stop, finish, to be rebuilt. To, I love how it looks like it's not necessarily lightning striking this tower. It's more like it's Christ consciousness coming into the tower, right? Where I feel like where it started with the Nine of Swords in your mental, you know, institution, it's kind of like Christ consciousness coming in, helping clear you up and get you guided in the right direction. And then I asked what the Tower was about here. I asked for a clarifier about the Three of Pentacles. That's why I feel like it has to do with scholarly or employment, right? I feel like it's more on that kind of a, there's a project, something you're working on with others that, you know, just had to be restructured, or you know, you had to look at it from a different way because whatever you had going on wasn't working. It wasn't going to see you to the finish line. Now with a restructure, you're going to make it to that finish line. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Please do comment, like, subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. And that is a thank you to my Cancers. Thank you for letting me read for you. We are going to move on to Scorpio. You guys, we have an eclipse coming up here at the end of the month, well, middle to end of the month. That eclipse is also, so I think of eclipses as a springboard, right? A way to spring forward in something. So I like to use the energy of an eclipse for that. But yeah, they are also endings and beginnings as well. So with today being the 9/9 portal, let's see, the eclipse happens after the 9 days past the 9/9 portal, but it's still more of a springboard. Like whatever you can manage to get rid of now, think about that springboard. If you weigh 300 pounds, you're still only going to travel so far when you jump off a springboard, right? But if you weigh 150 because you got rid of a bunch of baggage or, you know, demons or whatever you had to heal and get rid of, you're going to go much further. So when whatever you can heal and release and alchemize at this time is just going to help you propel you further when this eclipse happens at the end of the month. So Scorpio, we're going to start you at 2030. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck here. Ace of Swords again. This was at the bottom of the deck for Cancer's reading as well. So I wanted to know mostly because I see what's going on here, where you show up in the energy of that 10 of Wands, okay? And if you watch the collective, I talked about how in numerology, 9s are the ending, right? But in tarot, 10s are the ending. So I like how your current energy and your recent past to show up together. So your current energy is the 10 of Wands, right? Recent past is the 9 of Wands. Now I love the 9 of Wands because the 9 of Wands is talking about resilience and persistence, right? Able to go that last mile to get to where you need to go so that you can drop the burdens, build the house, whatever it is that you have to do, right? It's just like persisting to get to the 10. So you have both 9 and 10 here, and I like that. I really do, and I'll show you why. Because, wow, you got 2 9s. 9s may be something for you. It is the 9th month, but 9 may also mean something for you. Again, 9 days, 9 months, that kind of thing. But you get the 9 of Cups, right? This is the energy that you are heading into. This is where you're just about to embody. And because you have 2 9s here, this today being the 9/9 portal could be very significant for you, Scorpio. You do go into the devil energy here, right? Or the devil energy is outside influences. So if there is something that, you know, you do need to release, something that, you know, maybe it's a past habit or pattern that, you know, sufficed for so long, but you knew it wasn't something you carry with you for the rest of your life, now is the time to go ahead and break those chains and release yourself from that energy. This, again, because it is in the outside influences, could just be some of their chart. Supporting the, oops, wow, that's funny. Supporting the entire reading, you have the 3 of Cups here. I love that, okay? Celebrating your victory, celebrating your journey. I feel like you're a person who has learned to celebrate, you know, the wins and the losses. Again, with that 9 of Cups up here, the energy that you're going into, 9 of Cups could also speak to a wish fulfillment, a manifestation coming true, but it's also having more than enough, right? And so I really like that for you. And right here supporting that is this 3 of Cups, celebration, friends. You know, if you put that though with the Devil card, it could be just maybe there's a little too much of the celebrating, and it might be time to just rein it in a little bit, right? Take it how it resonates. I'm not gonna pass judgment either way. But your outcome and your advice card is the Knight of Wands. I love that. Okay, so this is a little faster moving knight in the deck. But it comes after, you know, being supported by this 3 of Cups. Again, it's about celebration, playfulness, being able to, there's a lot of fire, by the way, in you have a lot of fire here with the 9 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, and then into the Knight of Wands as your final outcome and advice. So with that being as the advice, and he's literally riding into the cards. He's facing all your cards, right? So he's like going into it going, you know what? I've learned from my past mistakes, and I feel like you're that person, or you embody that, or you try very hard to. So it's like you acknowledge it, that you've seen the mistakes that have been made, and you know going forward the things that you have to change or tweak to be able to go forward in the way that you want, right? So Scorpio, that is what I have for you. I thank you for letting me read for you. I'm going to jump into our Pisces people here. Let me go ahead and get my cards up. I like this. I really like this for you. All right, Pisces, this is nice. You have unicorn spirit. Use your imagination as you wield your own magic and make your dreams come true. Okay, so this is a very powerful portal in time for you. Again, you have raccoon spirit with potential. Delve into the unknown, for it is through uncertainty that you often uncover your true gifts. I really like this. I really like this. Why did I, you know what? You're actually getting your own oracle cards. I don't know why I pulled up, I did this in one of the signs yesterday, or one of the readings yesterday too. I ended up changing out the oracle cards, and I apologize for that. So if you do want to take the collective oracle cards, I go right ahead. I think going forward, I'm just not going to do that, have a collective oracle anymore. I think I'll do the oracles per sign because, yeah, I was just hoping that earth, air, fire, and water would have a certain flair to the, or a connection in the collective with the oracles. But let's go ahead and, well, I apologize, Pisces, but there you go. You get a bonus. You can have the collective, and you can have your own oracle cards. So you have wishcraft and potential. Let's get your tarot cards out here on the table. Wow. You guys, I gotta tell you what I'm seeing here. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Okay. I like it. I really like it. Okay, so I'm gonna move these off here just for the time being. So we talked about this here with the raccoon spirit, the potential, right? And it says, delve into the unknown, for it is through uncertainty that you often uncover true gifts. Well, you're showing up here as the Hierophant, right? And the Hierophant imparts knowledge, wisdom, contracts, commitments. He's the equal to the High Priestess, right? So I just feel like it would have been just fine to also see, like, say the Hermit there or the Hanged Man, because they're gaining enlightenment as well. I feel like this is like you gaining higher knowledge or greater knowledge than where you were. Like, say you were at this level, but you're taking it now to the next level or the next step up, right? And with wishcraft, use your imagination as you wield your own magic, make your dreams come true, with unicorn spirit there. So I feel like this is just not just a magical time for you, it's kind of one of those, you're starting to learn or understand your gifts, right? And why you are, how you are, you know, the things that, the gifts that you do have and what you bring to the table, the gifts that you offer others or other situations, right? Your previous, most recent energy was the Page of Wands, playful, maybe not taking things too seriously, maybe you were comfortable just kind of in your knowing that you had some gifts, and kind of maybe started, you know how when you go to college and all the parties seem so fun, but you know you're there for the real reason is to gain higher knowledge, right, and learn. But sometimes we get into that, let's have some fun with all these people, and they talk us into all these parties, and you tend to maybe let your grades slip a little. I feel like that's just what this is more of a warning, like it's time to get back to you, to get back into seeing how far, how much more, because Pisces are very, very intuitive. A lot of psychics are Pisces or have a lot of Pisces placements in their chart, or definitely their North Node. But I feel like for you, this is just kind of saying it's time to either believe it, get serious, you know, kind of that kind of a situation. You do have the Page of Swords here, and again, that talks about knowledge and learning, right? Whether it's your spy guy, spy girl, your detective card, that's still learning diving deeper into something to learn or to understand it better, right? You have the Nine of Swords here. So this is your outside influences card. And with the Nine of Swords here, it's just saying, I feel like this is more other people's perception of you or your gifts or whatever. Maybe they don't grasp it, and you're allowing that to sway you a little bit away from what you know your goals and aspirations should be, right? So with that being said, that's all I feel like that is. I don't feel like it's a bad thing. Just get it out of your head. Don't let other people's perceptions sway you, because you have unicorn spirit and raccoon spirit here literally telling you you are magical, right? Delve deeper. You have much more to offer than what you are portraying at this time. You have the Page of Pentacles. So what I want to first point out is you have 3 pages, okay? That doesn't happen that often in a 6-card reading. So you have Page in your recent past, Page of Wands. You have Page in going into your current circumstances, right? Which is the Page of Swords. It's that higher learning, again, same as the raccoon spirit there. But then you also hear supporting the entire reading, including the oracles, you have another page. You have the Page of Pentacles. So that's saying there is something materialistic that is to be gained from all of this, right? Pages are messengers. They bring messages of hope, new beginnings. They're the beginning. They're like the let's get into the court cards kind of, like, all right, here, we've gotten this far. Here's the message of where I want you to go with this, how I want you. So it's definitely a time to be paying attention to, like in your meditations or signs and synchronicities, on the songs, the radios, the numbers, the animals that you're seeing out in nature. I feel like there's something with these 3 pages. Now, pages are like pentacles. They are earthbound. All pages are earthbound. I don't care if they've got cups. I don't care if they've got wands. They're all earthbound, right? They come from the materialistic realm. So you have 3 pages here saying that there are 3 things to offer. I would work with the power of 3 if you're into that. Work with the power of 3 as it is, so mote it be, right? In your advice card and your final outcome card, let's just go ahead and swing over here to the Queen of Cups, right? This is your final outcome. This is your advice card, right? And now the nurturing and love and support of the Queen of Cups is what your advice is. It's like to use that, to embody that, maybe a little less play and a little bit more passion for what it is that you love, where you want to go, those around you maybe. And so I know this is a little bit confusing, but you have a lot of great stuff here, even with that Nine of Swords. I feel like that's not your energy though, because it is in the outside influences position. So outside influences, the Nine of Swords. I feel like stop allowing what other people think to affect how you do what it is that you do, right? So put aside whatever it is in the outside influences and definitely work towards these three pages, working with the power of 3. Again, power of 3, you have the unicorn spirit there. Believe in your magic, right? Remember, you're showing up here in the energy of the Hierophant. The Hierophant, come on. The Hierophant is an amazing, powerful card. So I really feel like this is a powerful reading. It's time for you to I almost want to say buckle down and get back to, I don't want to say get back to basics, but you're going to be able to pick up wherever it is that you kind of left off or kind of veered off path a little bit. You're going to be able to pick it up. It's going to be like riding a bike. So I just feel like this is more of an advice of, okay, it's time to get back on, back on track. The universe is just saying, time to get back on track, Pisces. Time for you to like get back to what it is that you were doing. It's time to stop. I just got the word wallowing, but I don't feel like that was a word that needed to be associated with you so much as maybe yeah, you were feeling like, I don't know, like things weren't going right for you, so you or maybe they were too right for you, and so you just kind of sloughed off for a little bit. But whatever that is, it's over. It's time to go ahead, move forward in a positive new direction. Use the power of the 9-9 portal today. Remember, 9s are divisible by 3 by 3, right? So 3 times 3 is 9. So again, there's that power of 3. I feel like 3 and 9 is going to be very significant for you at this time. And so I want to thank all of my water signs for showing up. If you stayed for all 3 signs, I love you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. But I will, after I have to go do a live really quick on my Facebook. I have to read the pick a card piles from yesterday. So, sorry, with that being said, I'm trying to move my piles over. So if you want to go catch that live, I'll be over on Facebook, Blessings, Love, and Light. I do believe I put up, oh, I did not put the link in the description box here. I will have to put that up after my live over on Facebook, but I will get that live up just as soon as I can, or that link up. So with that being said, I thank you guys for showing up, letting me read for you. I hope you you see this as close to the 9/9 portal as possible. If not, it would be a reading that you can look back and go, what was going on September 9th? What was going on September 9th, 2024? And link that in and see what things that you automatically, without even watching a reading, were able to look back and go, you know what, I let a whole lot of things go. I let this go, I let that go, however, that works out for you. But I love you guys so much. I got to get over to Facebook. I got that live, and then I'll come back and I'll do my earth signs. I love you guys. Satnam.